Okay, so I lied, everyone. It's 5 minutes after 5. I'm so sorry I'm late. I had some issues with some poop I had to clean up before I could start a live video. Isn't that the way of the world? That seems to always be some kind of poop that needs to be cleaned up, but that's okay. We here at the ResqRanch enjoy the privilege of being able to do that. So I want to show you what a training session looks like here, an evening training session. But first, I'd love to tell you a story about this crazy thing that happened to me last weekend. So I actually went to a pet store that I had never been to before, and it was a very small pet store with a lot of shelving. Hi, hello, good boy, good boy. That's Oliver. That was very nice. Okay, so I'm at this pet store, and this lady walks in, and she says to the girl behind the counter, I need something for gut health for my dog, and then also my other dog needs something for kind of arthritis because they're slowing down and having some pain. And this young girl was, very well trained. She really knew her stuff, and she went right over to the shelf, and she was like, yeah, so you're going to want to do this. And so I'm listening, and she was saying everything perfectly correct. It was amazing. It was pretty interesting. But what was also interesting to me is that the fact that those are actually questions that any pet owner should really be asking their veterinarian and not anybody at a pet food store. So that's really important to remember. I think a lot of times people think that they assume that the people at the pet store know what's going on, and that their reputation is important to them. So of course they're going to give you the best advice that they can, but they don't know your animal like your veterinarian does. They don't know your animal's blood work, if there's possible contradictions, things that might be better than others because of your particular animal in there. So I just found it really interesting, and I thought I would mention it because I think it's super important for people to remember that if you have important questions about your animal's health, please make sure to talk to your veterinarian, and then go and maybe get it at wherever you want to. But just get the information first from your veterinarian. So again, this is Oliver, and he's definitely showing interest. I always say what? I say what? I'm listening. How can you tell if he is having a good time or not? Because he is here, right? He's here. So I'm going to reward him just for being here, because also I'm being weird. I'm talking loud and I'm jumping around. And so that could be scary maybe for those other horses over there that are like, she's being a weirdo. So you always have to meet your animal where they are in their emotions and how they're feeling. And obviously he's feeling great. He wants to be my friend. And he says, but I don't want to kiss you. Yuck. Not in front of everybody, Mom. Yeah, I know. I'm not his girlfriend. Rowan is his girlfriend, and Blaze is his secondary wife. But that's a story for another time, and we have to make sure it's a kid-friendly audience. So what I want to show you first is I want to take just a minute to give you a view of my training equipment. So let me get around behind the camera. And remember, too, that we really, really need a volunteer videographer here at the ResqRanch. So if you're local or you want to come out for the weekend and help us take some video that's better than me running around like I am all the time, half the time having the camera upside down, if any of you guys birthday party. Okay, so training-wise, what are we going to have here? Well, first of all, we are going to check off our 7-step checklist, which I have right here. Okay, and this is what everybody should have in their barn. And if you don't have it in your, just choose an email and we will give it to you. Step checklist. And what we're going to do before we start a training session is make sure that we have done all of these things. That horses had food, freedom, friends, that the weather is okay, that they're healthy and comfortable, that they are not fighting flies too badly or suffering in excessive heat and sweating, or too cold or too windy. You know the drill. Horses, they just get a little worried about a lot of things. So that brings us to fear-free. Make sure they're feeling good, making sure that everything is happy and kosher and they're all nice and relaxed like that. Well, guy who's like, please train me first. Please train me first. And she says, I don't know, I'm probably second. And everybody else says, well, I'm not going to get a chance because he won't let me get a chance anyway, so I might as well just hang out here in the back. because I know I don't have a shot at this. Okay, so we've checked our 7-step checklist. We are partly that they're comfortable by using my Dr. Q's shoe fly spray on them all. And actually, it's also really interesting because it shoe fly and wound. Today, one of the horses had a little bit of diarrhea, and I was able to spray it underneath the tail, and that helps disinfect that area and soften that dried poop that's on there, and so that it's easier for her to clean up. Hi, Oliver. Hi. I'm sorry you don't know English, but that's okay. You can still probably learn some things just by watching. And I love that you're from Iran. Half of my family is from Iran, so that is super cool to me. I wish I knew some Farsi, but I'm not very good at it. I keep trying. Okay, so we've done the 7-step check. We've traded to make sure that they're nice and comfortable as much as they can be. Now, let's talk about other things that are on the